Victor, what's been happening today?
Well, today we have a delegation, about over 50 business investors from Mexico, and they're coming through one of our partners in Mexico, COMCE. And so they brought in 50 people in delegation, wanting to visit the region, and mostly in Brownsville, McAllen, the city of Pharr. So we have them here. We have presentations from the university. We have the International Bridge presenting. We have, of course, the UTRGV, and so we have other business community people that they need to be aware of that we have here in the city of Pharr.
And most of these business leaders that are coming up from Mexico, I understand, are from the southern states.
That's correct. And so they're from the southern states. We've been to Monterrey a couple of times. We did a summit. And then after that, Mexico City found out we didn't want Monterrey, so we did one in Mexico City. And we really get now the return ROI, as we say, right? We've had already several people come over and start communicating with us. They're asking questions. That's why it's important that we do this with this, COMCE group, because we need to continue the communications, and really they have a lot of questions. They want people to know that we are here. And we're here to, help them out and invest here in the city of Pharr. But basically, we have a lot of people. We've been very busy lately, and so again, we continue to thrive and offer this business community from Mexico, not only Mexico but Canada, and also we have a couple of clients from Brazil that are interested in coming over. So we've been communicating with those people. So everything's paying off. At the end of the day, hopefully they come here in the city of Pharr and invest. If not, then they can stay here in the region. But I think it's a win-win for all of us.
What do you hope they learn about Pharr? What are the key selling points you feel that Pharr has to offer?
Oh, yes, of course. Well, we just did a presentation on all the properties that are available in the city of Pharr. It's the north side or south side of Pharr, but also the incentives, and also our partners, the educational institutions, the homes that we have to offer there. We have several subdivisions. And so what the business community is striving here in the city of Pharr, and of course our leadership with the mayor, Ambrosio Hernandez, and the city council, and of course my PDC board, that we're all open for business. We're all very visionary, and we know what we need to go and where we need to go, right? So it's very important, and so for them to take that what we have to offer, the incentives we have to offer, that the properties that we have to offer, and again, not only that, but our partnerships that we have with the colleges and universities.
Yeah, and I understand part of the trip today, part of the tour, the Pharr leg of the tour, includes your new global business hub. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we just had that grand opening a couple of weeks ago. We had state and federal officials. And so one of the things that I learned when I used to travel, and also having people visiting us here at the city office, it was that they needed some more information. They wanted to know more about Pharr. How do you invest? How do you go about it? And so we created this international incubator, right? And this is not only but a soft landing program. We offer the compliment program. The university is our partner. UTRG is our partner. So believe me, when we first got the grand opening, we already have 3 or 4 people sign up, and they want to be. I think we're over the limit now. We had said we're going to start with about 10. We have about 18 right now. So it's good. From there, we'll select the ones that we think that we can help the most, and they're can be more successful in opening up their own business. But again, it's something that we're creating, but it's not just for Pharr, but for the whole region. So again, we're excited about this, and these people are going to find out about it because they're going to see a presentation from the university on this international incubator.
We just interviewed the attorney, Francisco Peña from AEM, and he said, so far, so good. It's been a really successful tour. The visitors from Mexico are enjoying it. They're learning a lot. And he says it's important that we don't lose momentum from this, and that this tour should be effectively institutionalized. It should be a regular occurrence that leaders from Mexico come to the Rio Grande Valley. Your thoughts?
Of course, and I totally agree. Francisco's been one of the first presenters when we first started our first summit. And so he is, of course, an attorney, and we also had several panelists from accountants to bankers to, and Francisco, once he found out what we're doing, he went with us to Ciudad Mexico, Mexico City, and now he's with us right now. He's with COMCE, and he's with Amgen, and so he's involved in a lot of things, but he's seeing the growth and what we're doing here and taking the lead bringing these investors to, of course, the region, the city of Pharr. No, he's absolutely correct. On the summits that we've had, we've been called back to Monterrey, we've been called back to Mexico City, and they're saying, okay, is this going to be something you can do annually? And so, again, we would love to do that, but we need to, of course, strategize and make sure that, we're able to attend and make those events, come into reality.
So it would be very beneficial for our region to have this on a regular basis. Would your concern be that other communities must step up to the plate and everybody invest so the funding's there to make this a really successful trip?
Yes, of course. And, we invite the other EDOs. We invite everyone here when we go travel. I know some have already accompanied us. I had a text message from Edinburgh, and they said, hey, is it true you're having September 27th? We're going to have with the RGB partnership, we're going to be showcase our commercial and retail properties, and we do that. We started that back about 7 years ago, and now every municipality is having an opportunity to do it with the partnership. So it's our turn. September 24th, we're having one, and then October the 8th, we're kicking out the bridge, summit and the bridge,
warehouse summit.
Yes, and so we're having that one on August the 8th, and again, we have already people signing up. We have people wanting, asking, and that's going to be an annual thing. We're going to be making those annual events.
Whenever I interview you, Victor, you've always got some big projects on the go. Sometimes you can't tell us fully, right. But are we in that situation now? There's a lot of big things happening in the city?
Yes, that's correct. Absolutely. Today we had a meeting with a couple of investors, and they have over 200 acres in South Pharr. They have some really, projects, and I wish I could say it almost came out of me right now, but you get excited when you have that. And it's not only now doing industrial. I have a manufacturing company that's interested in coming over, and then there's another company that wants to order, and so it's exciting when you start talks like that and you see you have that vision, right? That it's very doable. It's very doable. So I'm excited, and hopefully as soon as we sign an MOU with one of these people, then we'll be able to share with you.
We covered an event recently with your colleague Janie Cavazos. She spoke to the South Texas Manufacturers Association, and she was saying in the pipeline there are more industrial parks being built that will be built in South Pharr. Total square footage 11 million.
Yes.
That seems incredible.
Right. So right now we have 3 projects already, well, 2 for sure that's already started construction on 1 million square feet of a warehouse, right? And then we have another couple of, that are down the road, which is one of the group that we met earlier, and they're also doing another industrial park. So again, they're keeping it and they already have their tenants, they already have people already lined up. So they'll kind of just share with us what is it that they need to help with from the EDC and the city of Pharr.
What's fueling this demand? Why is there so much interest in building more and more warehouses in the valley?
Well, again, the second span of the bridge, and so we're excited about that. That we're having the second bridge coming up, and hopefully it'll be done by 2025 or 26. But I think people are starting to see that now they can be able to come through the Pharr International Bridge, and they can also have their warehouse distribution center or something that they can say, you know what, I just crossed the bridge and I can put it there, and it'll be safe, right? It'll be where I can then send it out to export it out to the rest of the country.
And absolutely no danger of Pharr running out of land?
Not right now. Our ETJ runs pretty far east, so we're excited about that. And again, we just need to work on the infrastructure. We need to work on things that we have been talking about. And so that's our plan, is to start putting all that together so we can be able to attract some more of these companies. But there's some Fortune 500 companies. There's companies that we're talking to right now that are very interested in coming to the city of Pharr.
As always, Victor, whenever we meet up with you, it's a fascinating, incredible interview. We learn so much. Is there anything else you'd like to add? No, just we're also going to see on the north side. We always talk about the south side and all this produce and all the warehouses, but you'll see some good, business coming in on the north side of Pharr. On Top Golf, hopefully we'll have a nice sit-down restaurant. We can, have people now give another option of, where to go eat. And then we just opened up a Dollar Tree store on Nalana, and we have a couple of more restaurants coming in there. Not to mention the Restaurant Roar. We did a groundbreaking about a few months ago, and we're trying to get some new businesses, especially the restaurant, new taste to the city of Pharr and the region. Well, thank you so much for today's interview. We've learned a lot.
Thank you, Steve.